Happy Meditation Monday. I am popping in here to share with you today one of my favorite types of meditations. And it is literally just taking a moment to be mindful. And this particular practice is great for anyone. And it is great, especially if you're someone that can deal with anxious feelings, can get triggered in being emotionally flooded. It has any kind of uncomfortable physical sensations that within the body. So whether that is you or someone you know, this is a great practice to lead yourself through or lead someone else through, or you can send them this video and share it with them to lead them through just practicing being in the present moment. Because when we are moved to shift to being fully mind and body in the present moment, our body begins to feel safe. And when we begin to feel safe, it activates that calming response in our nervous system. So to begin the practice, I invite you just to be wherever you're at, whether you're seated or laying down or standing. And if it feels safe for you, I invite you to close your eyes. And if it doesn't, that is okay. You can just pick a spot on the floor, the wall, the ceiling to gaze at, just keeping your gaze in one spot. And beginning to shift your focus to how your body is connecting with the surfaces beneath you. So if you're standing, noticing your feet on the ground. If you're sitting, noticing your bottom and your legs on the ground. If you're laying, noticing how the whole backside of your body is connecting with the bed or floor or couch, wherever you're at. So mindfulness is paying attention on purpose to the present moment without judgment, without labeling what you're experiencing, good, bad, right, or wrong. You're just noticing. You're letting everything be just as it is. And then whatever you're noticing externally or internally inside your body, you're offering kindness, compassion, curiosity to everything. So as we move into this mindful moment practice, I invite you to give yourself permission to not judge your experience of the present moment. And just notice if you find yourself judging, that's okay. Just notice that too. So we want to just be present with everything internally and externally that we are experiencing. So begin by noticing the sounds that you hear. Maybe you start with kind of the sounds that are further away. Maybe it's outside traffic. Maybe there are people outside the room that you're in. But just listening. And then even just moving to the room that you're in, noticing the sounds that are in the same room as you. And then beginning to notice any sounds within your body. It could be a gurgly belly, it could be the sound of your breath, it could be something else. And just take in all the sounds of this present moment. Next, begin to notice anything that you see. So if your eyes are closed, you can keep your eyes closed and you can just kind of notice what you see on the back of your eyelids. If your eyes are open, You can notice any shapes or colors you choose. You can just mindfully look around at anything that you see. And if there's something that draws your attention that's calming, I invite you to just gaze at it with curiosity. Next, moving to the sense of smell. So maybe you just kind of notice the smells that are here and now in the air. Or maybe you want to grab something and smell it. So just noticing the smells that you smell. And being curious, being kind, not judging, letting everything be just as it is. Next, I invite you to notice the tastes in your mouth. So maybe you swallow and just notice the tastes. Maybe even rub your tongue around the backs of your teeth. But just notice any flavor or tastes of things. And if you had like a piece of gum or food near you, you could even just take a small bite of something and just notice the flavor in your mouth. Notice the texture in your mouth. Now I invite you to just begin to notice the temperature of your body. Notice if you feel warm or cool, or maybe parts of you feel warm, parts of you feel cool, and just begin to notice. Maybe you notice the air and the temperature of the air on your skin. You could even touch something, whether it's something nearby or your pant leg or your sleeve, and just kind of notice this is smooth or this is bumpy, the texture on your fingertips. And maybe you notice any other felt sensations within your body, and I invite you to just hold space for those sensations, not judging them or labeling them as good or bad, right or wrong, but just being curious about what they are, being curious about what it feels like in your body and where you feel it in your body. Instead of resisting or changing or ignoring those sensations within our body, I invite you to let yourself feel them. Hold space for them, almost like you're listening to what they have to say. And doing it with kindness and compassion. And then I invite you to begin to just notice your breath. Begin to feel the expansion of your torso and the collapse of your torso as you inhale and as you exhale. Notice the sound that your breath makes. And maybe you want to slow your breath down. Maybe you want to extend the inhale, the exhale. Noticing the temperature of the air on the inside of your nose as you inhale and as you exhale. Finding your rhythm of breath. Noticing what it feels like to be alive in your body here and now. And as best as you're able, offering all parts of you kindness, compassion, grace, empathy. And for those things that maybe you don't like or don't understand, I invite you to be curious about those things and to hold space for them. And just begin to notice how you have shifted from the beginning of this practice. Notice how in the present moment you feel compared to when you began. And you can take this practice with you wherever you go. And you can do this for 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 12 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you need. So if you want to end this practice, you can bring your hands over your heart center and just feel the weight, the temperature, the pressure of your hands over your heart. Continuing on with your full, beautiful breath. Drawing in just kindness and compassion to all parts of you. And exhale everything else out.